Since Sea of Thieves' release, one of the cosmetics that's allowed us to show off how long we've grinded the game is titles. It allows us to show other pirates what our greatest personal achievements are in the game or what we think the funniest titles are. And unlike the sales of a ship, the titles will follow you around wherever you go because they equip directly under your name tag. But you don't want a stupid one that no one takes seriously. You want one of the best and rarest, and luckily I'm here to show you and give you some tips on how to get them. Some of these are easy to get but are barely seen on the seas, and some of these are hard to get but deserve the utmost respect when spotted. So in this video, I'll show you the rarest titles you can still get in Sea of Thieves. Starting with the titles awarded for the Bilge Rat commendations, the first title is called the Chronicler of Legend. To unlock this title, you'll need to uncover the Legends of the Sea for Umbra. This one doesn't require much skill, but does require a good investment of time, as you'll have to find 50 interactables across the sea to be able to unlock this. They're all tributes to some early Sea of Thieves players that have etched their name into the Sea of Thieves history. If you don't want to spend your time finding them yourself, you can look up Rare Thief's Guide on where to find every interactable's location. The second Bilge Rat title is called Legend of Cursed Iron. This one is completed by first having to destroy 5 skeletons affected with each green curse ball. For example, 5 skeletons with grog ball, then 5 skeletons with jig ball, and so on. Once you do that, then you'll have to kill 175 more with any green curse ball if you're choosing. This is not only rare, but time consuming as well because you'll have to find already rare green cursed cannonballs to kill skeletons and phantoms with. It's probably best to have multiple people helping with this so that one can shoot and the other can destroy the skeletons. While you could kill skeletons with curse balls, you could also blow them up to get this third title called Legendary Skeleton Exploder. This one's not only rare, but it's also a really funny title. To unlock this one, you first have to kill 3 skeletons at the same time by shooting a skeleton holding a gunpowder keg, and you have to do that 50 times. You also need to set off a chain reaction between gunpowder skeletons 50 times, and finally you have to destroy 5 skeletons at the same time by shooting a gunpowder skeleton while on an active skeleton fort with at least one other crew on the island at the same time, and you'll have to do that 20 times. It seems like a lot of tasks, but can be passively done if you do skeleton forts frequently with alliances. You'll get a lot of grumpy skeleton curse wearers for blowing up their own kind, but you did what you had to do. The fourth title is called Legendary Cursed Voyager and requires you to complete 30 voyages while flying the Reaper's Mark flag, not to be confused with the Reaper Emissary flag. This one can simply be done passively during a session since all you need to do is throw up your Reaper's Mark flag before you start your session. It will reveal your location on the map table, but people will either stay away from you or assume you're a noob and don't have good treasure on board. While you're hopping from island to island doing your voyages, make sure you look out for any rowboats that might be beached on the shore. If you find and dock all 6 rowboat colors to your boat, you'll unlock the 5th title, Legend of the Oars. This one can also be done passively while you're playing your session, and even though it doesn't require much skill or time, it's still a cool sounding title that I don't see many people rocking. The 6th title, Legend of the Damned, can be unlocked by finding and lighting all of the beacons on islands around the seas with a flame of fate, which can be collected in the ferry depending on how you died. It doesn't matter which color you light each beacon with, as long as you light it with one. This one, like the last couple titles, could be grinded out quickly or be completed passively as long as you're storing a flame of fate in your lantern and stumble upon a beacon during your travels. This 7th title sounds similar to the last, but is much tougher to complete. To unlock the Raider of the Damned title, you'll need to complete the Fort of the Damned 50 times. There really isn't a quick way to complete this, and it's actually one of the tougher titles to unlock because a Fort of the Damned is almost always contested when started. I recently completed this not by doing that myself, but by actually tucking on other crews doing it, and it saved me so much gross PvE time. I'm sure you've heard of the last Bilge Rat title that I have, but I'm also sure you don't have it. It'd almost be a sin not to include it in this list as it's the 2nd rarest that you can still get. Hunter of the Shrouded Ghost is unlocked by being paid by Rare. It's unlocked by killing the Megalodon, the Shrouded Ghost, in a chance encounter out in the seas. It's complete RNG and it's so inconsistent that some players starting their first 24 hours in the game ran into one, and people like me with over 1,000 hours into the game still haven't seen a single one yet. But this title is still not the rarest one. Moving on to the rarest Athena titles, the first one is unlocked by basically winning the lottery 5 times. Legendary Hunter of the Shrouded Ghost is unlocked by killing the Shrouded Ghost 5 times as a pirate legend. This one's so insanely rare that 0% of the player base has it. There's a rumor that someone out there has 4 defeated, but who knows if that's true? Who could be the first one to unlock it? And I swear if you comment, I actually have the Legendary Hunter of that. I would believe that the sky was orange before I believed your comment, so delete it. I don't care. The second Athena title is called Legend of the Sea of Thieves and is probably one of my favorites because it's so straightforward, but it will also take many sessions to complete. You unlock the title by sinking 500 skeleton ships as a pirate legend. There's really no strat to this one other than sinking every single skeleton ship you spot on the seas, so I guess have fun out there. The third and last title is called Legendary Thief and is one that I rocked in my early years of pirating others' loot instead of getting my own. You unlock this one by selling 5 chests of legends that you stole from other crews. Chests of legends are much easier to come by nowadays on multiple voyages of world events, so this title isn't as respected as it used to be, but it at least tells others that you know what you're doing. Nowadays there are ways to easily complete this with no honor like using alliances, but since I'm giving you all this free information about titles, I'll ask that you be a good little pirate and steal them the correct way. Moving on to the most respected company, the first Hunter's Call title is called Hunter of the Monstrous Beast. This is unlocked by delivering 50 pieces of cooked kraken to any Hunter's Call representative. This one basically has to be done passively as there's no way to spawn the Kraken yourself in the game. I like this one because it's about the same requirements as Legendary Kraken Hunter, but less noob sounding and more cooler sounding. What's the monstrous beast? Is it the Kraken? The Meg? Something else sinister in the game? Your mom? The second rarest Hunter's Call title is called Master Hunter and is earned by reaching grade 50 in the Hunter's Call Company. This one requires small skill but a lot of patience if you were to grind this out. It doesn't matter what you turn into the Hunter's Call as long as it gives you reputation towards your level, but if you want to grind out this next title, it's probably worth it to keep track of what you're turning in to increase your level. The last rarest Hunter's Call title is called Legendary Hunter of the Sea of Thieves. You unlock this title by completing every Hunter's Call commendation at grade 5. Like, why would you do that? It would take hours and hours and hours of fishing and hunting so that you can complete every commendation. I don't have any tips for this title and the best way to complete it really. I've never tried to grind Hunter's Call and don't really plan to, as I don't fully hate myself just yet. Moving away from company titles and towards tall tale titles, the first title you can get is called Sailor of the Shores of Gold. You unlock this by completing every commendation for the Shores of Gold tall tale storyline, including beating each of the 9 tall tales 5 times. Now this one I hated myself enough to do, but I enjoy the benefits that come out of it. Not only do you get the title, but you get the OG gold curse that I've had on my pirate since the day I unlocked it. Some tips that I can share to unlock this title is to have the rare thief guide handy on another computer or monitor so that you can work through the tall tales quickly, and also have some sort of stream or YouTube video going on in the background. People have cheesed their way to completing this commendation through tall tale checkpoints, but I trust that you get this title and curse the respectable way. And the last tall tale title that you can unlock is called Mighty Pirate. You can unlock this by completing every commendation to the 3 Monkey Island tall tales. You don't have to complete each tall tale 5 times, but it sure is a drag going through these tall tales. The tips for the previous title still apply here though. This title isn't the grindiest or requires the most skill, but it does sound cool. I might end up getting this one myself when I hate myself again. And lastly, some other titles that didn't have a place in any other category. The first miscellaneous title is called Seeker of Tales, and is unlocked by being signed up to the Sea of Thieves creator crew and having accumulated 100 hours of watch time from your viewers. This is the one that I personally rock because that's what pirates are, Seeker of Tales. And I also stream solo Sea of Thieves, Twitch in description. It definitely is one of the most grindiest ones because it takes a bit to accumulate those hours of watch time, but at least you're allowed to still suck at the game while streaming. The second title is called Celebrated Guild Legend and requires you to complete Athena's Fortune quests while sailing in a Guild of Distinction 10 and wearing any guild role outfit. Unless you have your own Guild of Distinction 10, it's probably best to find one that's recruiting instead of grinding a guild yourself, since that takes too many hours to do. You can also unlock titles based on each crew role, such as the Helm and Cannoneer, by doing commendations with a Distinction 10 guild as well, if you prefer one to your specific crew role. Now, saving the best two for last, Champion of the Pirate's Life requires you to be level 9,999 in Guardians of Fortune Hourglass, as well as Avatar of Reaper's Revenge, which requires you to also be level 9,999 in Servants of the Flame Hourglass. Like the legendary Hunter of the Shredded Ghost, 0% of the player base has either of these titles, making them one of the rarest on this list as well. I have no tips to complete this other than to grind your sweaty ass off in Hourglass for the next 4 years of your life. And hey, if you like this video, how about you come follow me on my Twitch, or I might be streaming Sea of Thieves right now. And if you want to learn everything you should know to be an amazing solo player in Sea of Thieves, then click on this video right here and learn all about it.